Yeah, a bunch of the villains were decent, even if the like show as a whole was kind of all over the place.
Ladies and maniacs, I apologize for this interruption to your regular entertainment.
I keep hearing about Barry. I don't know what it's about, but I'm assured it's one of those shows that I have to watch at some point. Ben McGinn's had Zaz. Yeah, sort of. They had a bald guy who kills people, and they called him Zaz, but it didn't really matter. He was just like a mob hitman. Polka Dot Man actor. Was he in Gotham? I do remember the balloon guy, but I don't remember it being him. But I could just not be remembering. It's been a while.
Try and contact the warden. Let him know what.
Yeah, Scarecrow is pretty rough. It somewhere. The only place I can think of him was The Dark Knight. I can't place him in Gotham. But yeah.
Of course it is.
Really, the biggest problem with the show as a whole, though, is it was just trying to be too many different things. I like made a whole list of all the things it was trying to be. And it's so many. It's like mob drama plus like Bruce's origin plus Jim Gordon cop show plus whatever the fuck's going on with Penguin and Riddler and like just everything. Just the list just goes on and on and on. It's like a show can't be about this many different things. It's too many. You gotta pick something to focus on.
Someone put this animal back in his cell.
Yeah, what the fuck was that all about, dude? Like, and it was like they were planning to do that from the start because they set it up in the first season, and then like she just like became normal later. So yeah, I don't know, man.
Steve, more Blackgate prisoners by the boiler. Who's that behind them?
They're your favorite parts, yeah. There's like a lot of different individual aspects of the show that like if they were just their own show and not part of the mess that was Gotham, I would have been super interested in, but because it was part of the mess of Gotham, by the time the show was over, I was just so done with all of it.
Warning. Decontamination room. Toxins detected. Warning. Decontamination.
Like every subplot got too much screen time and also not enough screen time.
Anyone caught in there is dead.
Are you gonna get in there and help them, Batman?
It's just the weirdest. Ugh.
This is a simple escape attempt.
Yeah, the Leslie Tompkins subplot was a little iffy at best.
Batman's here.
Really, all the love subplots are terrible. Flash just ended, like, this week, last week. Ended on its 9th season. That was bad. Yeah, I feel like, I don't think any of the DC shows have, like, actually good endings. I mean, I could be wrong. I haven't watched all of them, but all the ones I've watched, the endings have either just been, like, outright bad or, like, pretty underwhelming, or they were canceled, so they never got an ending. Tends to be how it is with network TV. I have heard that. I'm only in, like, season 2 of Arrow right now, so I'll find out in about a year when I catch up with the stuff. Live action? Yeah, live action. I'm not up on all the cartoons and stuff, and most cartoons don't even have like an underlying story. What do you think of Arrow so far? I did watch the first 2 seasons. Actually, I watched the first 4 seasons like a long time ago. Along with the first 2 seasons of Flash. But season 1 was about as good as I remembered it. Although there were a couple iffier things that I wouldn't have picked up on when I was younger. Season 2 is just as good as I remember so far. I love season 2.
I should go back to the holding cells. Bowles wasn't too smart. He'll have left a trail.
Batman, what's happening?
So believe Arrow's the best CW. I could see that being the case.
Oracle, I'm at the holding cells.
The first 2 seasons of Arrow for sure are some of the best things that have come out of DC television, at least in live action.
Got a trail.
Great, you follow it.
Didn't care as much for 3, and 4 was so boring that I quit the show. And then obviously I can't speak for 5, 6, 7, or 8, but I will get to them soon. No, I don't want to read Frank's bio game. You met the cast of Arrow? That's cool. Stephen Amell is like a pretty cool guy in real life, from what I've gathered. I didn't get those teeth. Oh well.
What the hell happened?
How'd you like that, Steven? No way you're following
Arrow only had 1 ass season. What season do you think is the bad one? Just out of curiosity.
Hey, that's nice of you, Andy. I got something for you to listen to. Harley and Hancock really got a little bit with the old man. How are they going to tackle the guard? Let's have a listen, shall we?
Hey, Frank, where you been? Joker's got more men on the way. They're coming around the front of the asylum. Gotta stop them. Get quick, get over there. Eve, come on, everyone, cover the main entrance.
How many are there?
No, I was wondering which one you thought was the bad one.
Oh, Frank, what are you doing?
Because you said there was only 1 ass season. So I'm curious which one you think that is. Season 6. Okay, so... Interesting. So it actually gets worse after the point where I stopped. Damn it. Between season 6 and 7. Oh no. That sucks. Five is good. So it gets better and then much worse and then maybe better again?
The direct approach is suicide. They need to be smart.
Sounds good. Honestly, I'd prefer a roller coaster to just a straight downward spiral, which is what usually happens. Never gonna pass 6 again. You forgot 7 existed? Jesus. It's that bad, eh? Ugh. Alright. Well, it's gonna take me a long time to get that far anyway, because I'm gonna watch all the Arrowverse shows together for all the crossovers and stuff. Like, I'm watching all the episodes in the order they aired in for the proper Arrowverse experience.
I'll have to come back and search this area once I clear the room.
I've heard very mixed things about some of the later crossovers. I only remember the first one. There would have been 2 in the amount of the show that I watched, but I only remember the first one.
Oh, those are the easy ones. I'm just playing with you. You'll see.
I see. Yeah, I gathered that, like, I mean, it goes for a lot of shows. A lot of shows just aren't worth rewatching in general. At least not, like, this soon, anyway. Maybe in, like, 20 years you might want to rewatch it.
So you did it! Well done! I would have expected a child to work that one out, let alone the world's greatest.
I think I know all the crossover names, or at least all the big ones, but yeah, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out when I get there. I should be able to wrap up season 2 of Arrow pretty soon, like maybe in the next month or so. And then I get into trying to watch 6 different shows at once, or really just 3. And then I think after that it becomes like 5 or something. It gets really complicated really fast.
We apologize for this interruption.
Even just like getting a full list of all the episodes in the correct order is like quite difficult, but I think I figured it out successfully. I have a spreadsheet with all of them. The tricky ones were the ones where they aired on the same date. Like when there was one show and then the next hour was the next show. That made it really complicated. Had to like look at historical TV schedules. It was really annoying. I didn't like doing that. It took so long. And there's like 800 episodes.
Performing just below my prediction.
Holly tells me that the
Black Lightning's all downhill. Rip. And Batwoman. Rip. I don't know why, but I have a feeling I'm actually going to like Batwoman, and I'm not going to get why people don't like it. I could be totally wrong, but sometimes I just have a sense about these things. Google the correct order. The problem is a lot of the like websites and stuff are wrong. So I had to like fact check everything. I found a site that was like a good enough baseline to then fix, so it could have taken much longer if I didn't do that, but I still had to like double check all the dates and times and whatever. See ya, Gould. Thanks for hanging out.
Supply of explosive.
That sucks.
Harley trashed the car. Looks like there was a scuffle. I need to search the area around. There could be a clue as to where she took Gordon. I need to isolate a trail.
Yeah, it didn't help that they had to like change the main character mid-show.
So, you
Yeah, didn't she like get injured on set and then quit? That's what I remember. I don't remember the circumstances of her leaving the show exactly, but I do remember something about her getting injured on set.
You know, watching you guys is like a night in. Watching
Either way, having to swap out the main character
oh yes,
massively complicates things.
who can't find an even bigger idiot running around like a man? Now get to it.
Of course you found that one easy. You were supposed to.
I'm just sitting here watching cartoons. And you find
Interesting.
I want all the doctors rounded up. Search every inch of the medical building.
one of the easy ones.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get to it. Whoops.
Why does he need the
Just
gun?
about to detonate that. That would have been awkward. I mean, I have fallen asleep to shows before. I mean, I do it when I'm like really tired, but like fallen asleep just out of sheer boredom. I don't think I've done that since I was watching stuff from like the 70s. So that would be honestly impressive if I was like bored to death by it to the point of falling asleep. Given that no modern content has made me do that yet.
Solved all the puzzles by now. That one could have been solved by a monkey. But good job, nevertheless.
I mean, it just seems so boring to watch. Some of it can be. I mean, the reality is just that we've gotten better at making movies and TV shows over the years, so our standards are higher than the standards were back then.
Can you do more?
And it's really hard for media to hold up. And there's always exceptions to that. Like, there's a couple movies from the, like,
I don't know what happened. Batman saved me. I never really believed
sorry,
it.
lose my train of thought here. Like, some of the old DC stuff was actually, like, surprisingly good. And there'll always be things that are, like, ahead of the times or behind the times in that regard, but yeah, broadly speaking, we have gotten, as just an industry and as creative people, have gotten much better at making movies and TV shows.
It's the bat!
Batman Forever is not what I had in mind.
I heard someone shouting. You gotta help him. If he cleared the gas out of the room, the doctor needs to get out of here.
The hilarious thing about the Watch Project was the first thing I watched was actually pretty good. It was the Captain Marvel, The Adventures of Captain Marvel film serial. Captain Marvel being what we now call Shazam, not to be confused with Marvel's Captain Marvel. And it was like actually pretty good. It holds up like super well. There's an HD version of it, an HD scan of the film reels and whatever, so it like looks pretty good. The format's weird because it's a serial, but like despite all that, it was still pretty interesting. So I was like, oh, maybe this won't be that bad. And then the next one I watched was also pretty good. And then I watched 1943 Batman, and do not watch 1943 Batman.
And move slowly to their
It is probably, no, not probably, it is the worst Batman thing I've ever seen.
Changes to the brain are related to the length.
And that's before you consider that he's racist in it, because he's also racist in it, so that's cool. What's wrong with it? It's just so bad and boring and bad and boring, and then yeah, there's like anti-Japanese racism. So just massive L all around. The 49 one is a little better, but still pretty rough. But at least it's not racist. And then all the other film serials are just like absolutely fucking boring. So I like literally started with the best one, and then it was all downhill from there.
I'm not sure I can keep this secret any longer. I've got to to the party.
That is exactly what it was, yeah.
Say hello. Yeah.
Because the whole beginning was like basically praising the U.S. government for arresting all the innocent Japanese people because they might be spies or whatever. So like that was kind of cringe. But then the whole plot of the show was about the actual Japanese spy that they failed to arrest. So that was kind of weird when you think about it like that. Like they arrested everyone except the actual villain. So, okay. And then every time somebody saw that guy, they just would freak out and say a slur. Yeah, unfortunately not uncommon for the era, but pretty rough. Surprisingly, the only thing I saw that was like explicitly racist though. Frankly, I expected there to be more.
We're here to help you.
I got rings.
Will all patients
There were some like subtler things
slowly to their
in different things, and there's definitely some diversity issues across the board, even in like some of the newer stuff. But yeah, that's the only thing that I've watched that was like explicitly racist. That was a Superman? Yeah, that would have been hard to defend. I mean, not that it's better that it's Batman, but like... Superman was always used as a symbol of like, you know, treating people like people and that sort of thing. Sometimes you do miss all three. It's really annoying.
I'm sure you'll be about through when he's ready.
Oh yeah, the classic Superman cartoons are like actually really good. At least the first era of them. The second era of them is a bit of a dip in quality, but still across the board, the animation's very good for the era. And that style of animation went on to inspire the animated series and everything that came with that. Hey, Taco Tuesday, thanks for the good luck.
I'm sorry, Jim. Barbara.
Yeah, all the Scarecrow stuff's pretty freaky if you're not ready for it. This game is like almost a horror game. Would it be possible to share the list? I have a spreadsheet. The reason I haven't made the spreadsheet public is because nobody cares. And it's also just like littered with garbage. Because there's just a lot going on there. There's a lot of shows.
What are you trying to do?
But basically, yeah, basically you can just go off of the Wikipedia pages for the like list of films based on DC and list of television series based on DC, and that'll get you almost everything.
Can you hear me? Bruce?
Easy, isn't it? Well, we'll see. We'll see.
That was pretty much my starting point, and then I just like discovered some things that weren't on there. Like apparently there's a Scooby-Doo movie that came out not that long ago that has Scarecrow in it.
Having trouble figuring out what's real and what's just a figment
No,
of...
Batman's not in it. Just Scarecrow. And like, well, I guess I have to watch this.
Just roll with it, Dad.
It's weird. I don't know.
It's easier once you get in. It really does.
Usually just steer clear of Wikipedia. Why?
No more tricks.
I mean, I know it's like unreliable or whatever, but like, they do have sources and stuff these days.
Take a look. Harley's under strict instructions to kill the old man. If any of
People
my
are often pretty aggressive about removing misinformation from it, actually.
told them all you're on the way. So
Joker's not messing. He wants the old man kept safe from Batman. Anyone who can
Yeah, there's like some weird implication that they exist in the same universe sometimes. But yeah, just like taking a Batman villain and like he escapes from Arkham Asylum and everything, and Batman just never even shows up to like even just arrest him at the end or whatever. Like, it's very strange.
spot the bat freak. Harley Fox, the old man. I've got a shy.
They just like ran out of ideas for their Halloween special, so they just took a Batman villain, threw him in.
You took longer.
Ow. Oh yeah, sure. If you're doing anything important, then like, yeah, check a real source. But like for something like this, it's usually more than good enough.
Seriously. That's a mess. Hey, let's see that.
Yeah, fold paper, go. Moogle, thank you for the 13 months. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you're having fun at SGDQ.
Oracle.
Wish I could be there.
Easy. A blind man would have stumbled over that.
Well, cat. What are you doing?
In the room with Warden Sharp and myself, Dr. Young.
This is another one of those boring psyched out.
No, it's not.
As Gotham's veins.
Hotel feed for the stream is audioless. RIP. That sucks.
VFX were filled.
That's weird, actually, because that wasn't a problem at ESA.
My mother lived on.
What's the deal with Dead Man's Point? It's been a favorite suicide location in Arkham Island for over 100 years.
Yeah, I know. I once saved an unfortunate inmate from leaping off into the rocks below. I found a cave entrance, and over the years have moved a number of supplies here. It's a regular home away from home.
Although I rarely actually use the GDQ direct feed or the ESA direct feed. We used it like once because all the people who had COVID were in a room watching one of the runs.
To a wealth of new ideas. I began my day returning home
because we couldn't be in the actual room for it.
My wife and family. I ended it kneeling in their blood, broken fragments of my life, pouring through dripping red fingers.
Identity confirmed. Disabling countermeasures. Security deactivated.
Heading to the mansion with cash. I'm going up top via the catacombs.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't have the Ultra Bat Claw. He has to, like, build it later because he's stuck inside the Batcave. I will be seeing it on Friday. Really looking forward to it. Oh, that's weird. I'm at the halfway point on that exact scan again.
Why are we the ones trying to open it? This ain't even the main door. If we even get it open, we don't know what it'll do.
I actually just rewatched Into the Spider-Verse 2 days ago? 3 days ago? 2 days ago. Missed. Yep. Awesome. It's 2 teeth I have to remember later now.
You're kidding me, right? That thing's not a man.
Yeah, I remembered like a lot less of Into the Spider-Verse than I thought I did. But I guess I did watch it like 5 years ago. And I only watched it once. I mean, something like that. I don't know. I probably watched it around the same time it came out.
Hey, bro.
Worry about that. I put a few surprises along the way.
Yeah, 2018 was about 1 million years ago. As much as that doesn't make any sense, it's true.
Still, you might want to check your health insurance. Who am I kidding? You don't have any.
Looks like the Black Gate does have access to the armory.
My brain was stuck in 2020, and then I just stopped trying at some point. So that's where I'm at.
Was a test. Well done. You passed the elementary.
Yeah, that is kind of a funny coincidence, actually, but it does make sense because, well, I mean, the first game and the first movie makes sense, but like, sorry, losing my train of thought here. First game, first movie is a coincidence, but then after that, like, 5-year development time for a video game and 5-year development time for an animated movie is. Those are both fairly reasonable. Hey, Plat Dog, thanks for the good luck. Should play Miles Morales before Spider-Man 2? Probably, yeah. I'd recommend it. Miles is pretty good. I would imagine that Spider-Man 2 will fill you in on anything important that happened in the first game and Miles anyway, but I definitely prefer doing my own recap than trusting the game to do it for me.
I want it out. I got a plan on 6 solutions.
Oh, is it? I haven't actually looked at the runtime. Cat's watching again. Nice. Cat will enjoy the part where I get wasted by these guys.
Hey, you guys may want to have a look on the walkways. What's that doing here?
Stay still. I'll be back.
2:16. That's not that crazy. I mean, the first movie was like an hour 58. Although animated movies are often like, they lean shorter because it's just a lot of frames to animate, you know.
Going after the note yourself, eh, Bat? I got a clue from the doctor as I speak. They'll squeeze the formula out of the not to mention the army and clowns who are ripping this place apart. One way or another, the formula will be mine. Why don't you just give up? Go on, roll over.
Whoop, excuse me. There we go.
Open. Voodoo! I think I'm got it. You said that 10 minutes ago. You could be the one to tell him I'm not.
Could be worse. Excuse me. Here we go. It's, I mean, like anything, it's a lot of hard work. But for the right kind of person, it can be worth it.
Oracle, I'm...
Another one of the easy ones. Don't feel.
And yeah, as like a lower level employee just doing the like animation, you don't necessarily have a lot of like creative control over what's happening. Like you obviously bring yourself into it because that's what artists do, but you're mostly just like doing what somebody else already decided needs to be done for this shot. That sort of thing. The I think the storyboarding people, from what I've been told by like people who actually like know about the industry, storyboarding is like the most creatively rewarding thing to do because you're sort of like making a lot of high level decisions and like expressing a lot of ideas of how things can or should look. But to do storyboarding, you have to be good at everything and you have to be really fast. And being good at everything is really hard. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a lot of hard work. It always is, but for the right kind of person, it's totally worth it. Friend of storyboarding? That's cool.
Listen to me carefully.
Don't see it much? Yeah. Especially if they work in, well, actually, for storyboarding, it might not even matter whether you work in feature film or TV. Pretty much anybody working in feature film is, like, working their ass off all the time, though. Especially towards the end of a project.
You monster, you evil, evil, evil!
A map will always help those.
Oracle.
Yeah. I love watching, like, behind-the-scenes stuff on pretty much anything, because, I mean, it's just, it's cool in general, but also I feel like the creator side of things is often missing from the general discourse on stuff.
As of 10 minutes ago, I have made it illegal to walk on the floor in any part of the asylum.
Like, when anytime someone, like, says that, like, a movie has, like, terrible VFX or something, I'm like, on one hand, criticism is valid, and I do get where you're coming from, but on the other hand, do you have any idea how hard it is to do VFX? Like, oh, it's so much work. And it's not just that people don't know, because, like, I mean, obviously I don't expect everyone to know everything about how movies are made, but, like, some people just don't seem to care. But then they act like they do know, and then things get weird. That's when you get things like people constantly accusing game developers of being lazy or whatever. Like, that's not... As a game developer myself, I can tell you right now, not a single person who actually worked on the game was lazy. In fact, they probably worked overtime to get the game out when it came out. There's so many reasons why games are bad, and that is just not one of them. I feel like if I was like an artist, like if I was the kind of person that could get into any kind of artistic role, I would consider VFX, but I'm not the right guy for that job. It's the suits, exactly. It's always business level stuff.
There's no way. You can't find them all.
Particularly with game development. Every single bad game is a management thing. Or at least AAA. I mean, sometimes the game is just bad and it doesn't work out, but like the vast majority of the time there's a problem. It could have been fixed if the management was better. Because it's just people who think lower level positions entertainment have more say in decisions than powerful studio executives. Yeah, no, the studio executives have the final say on everything, and usually not for the better. And I mean, like, they kind of have to because the company has to make money and whatever, but it's rough.
There's always a way out. Always.
Oh, that's rough, yeah. Dude, I wish writers were the elite. Maybe there'd be better content. If writers actually did make a ton of money.
You stay here. Lock this
I mean, there's plenty of good content, but like, there'd be even more.
At last. I thought you'd... never find it.
Yeah, writers in particular, like, they don't make a lot of money. They get screwed out of everything in every way that they possibly can be.
So, you found it at last.
There's...
With your time.
What's the other thing? What was I trying to... There was something else to go with all that. Job security is basically non-existent if you're a writer. And yet you, like, literally can't make anything without somebody writing something.
You guys are idiots.
You know, it's just wild how, like, crucially important the role is and how kind of undervalued it is by the industry. Oh, and on top of all of that, they have to worry about, like, AI taking their jobs. Because that's a thing now. That's the thing I couldn't remember. Yeah, people get the idea that, like, because, like, a movie made $800 million or something, that, like, everyone who worked on it gets paid a lot of money, and that's just not how that works. It should be how that works, but it's not. Cowboy Bebop, like the live-action one? No. I watched the anime back in the day, and I don't even care about the live-action one.
Patient pacification system deactivated.
Any knowledge on soldering? Nope. Or on your own. How can AI write better scripts than a physical human? Well, right now, they definitely can't. But that's not going to stop companies from trying to replace writers with robots anyway. It's not about speed, it's about cost.
You were doing this alone. Who's helping you?
Getting, like, ChatGPT to dump out a script is a lot easier, or is a lot cheaper than, like, paying a writer a living wage to do that.
Look who's finally turned up, the Dark Knight himself. How's it hanging, Babs?
Yeah, it is dumb, but that's capitalism for you. The crazy thing, though, is because of the way large language models work, they're basically just recycling words that have already been written. Like, they're doing it in, like, a clever way that can make it seem like it's writing something new, but, like, that's all it's really doing, is it's just, like, a word generator that's based on all the words that have already been written. So let's say, hypothetically, all the writers were completely replaced by AI. The level of quality of, like, film and television would immediately, like, plateau, and content would stop getting better. Just immediately.
Oh, and now you have only 30 seconds.
Because large language models can't improve unless there's new data to improve on. So if nobody's writing anything, then there's nothing's well, not that. That's a whole different conversation. But I just mean, like broadly, the quality of film and TV has improved over the entire time that film and television has existed. Like, we've gotten better at writing, we've gotten better at every other aspect of making movies. But if you defer it to an AI that only can base things on the existing content, it doesn't have any way to innovate. You need people to innovate. Now, I don't know if that'll always be true, but with the current AI paradigm, that is definitely true.
I'm losing patience. You're cheating. You must be.
Many authors pour their soul into a book and then screwed over by publishing companies and marketing. Yep. Yeah. It's a tough business. Always has been, but, I mean,
Patient's name is Victor.
it's not going to get any better, that's for sure. And the barrier of entry for, like, writing a book is only going down.
Dodge, you can leave us.
Sorry, Doctor. Warden's orders. I can't leave you alone with him.
I understand. Hello, mister.
Like 200 years ago, you want to write and publish a book. It's like a whole thing. And like a lot of people just like couldn't do that, even if they had a great idea for a book and knew how to write and stuff. They just would never have the means to publish anything. Nowadays, like literally anybody can publish literally anything. Ah, that sucks. Excuse me.
Let's turn up the heat. Anyone for fried bat wings?
Nice, got a free knockout on that guy. Love when that happens. And a free knockout on that guy. Cool. That could have been a lot worse for sure. 26.6 degrees Celsius in your room. Rip. Yeah, it got pretty rough in here too. I had to turn on the air conditioner. Yeah, it didn't quite go according to plan, but it luckily worked out with the 2 free knockouts. See why your sister swapped her career path? Yeah.
Victor has been more subdued recently. Response to medication has been poor. Hello, Victor. Is there anything you'd like to talk about today? Victor! This is going nowhere. God! Get him out of here!
You are the doctor. Get out. Didn't you hear me?
Spring was a turning point, a new beginning, a glorious realization of my truth.
Doesn't Riddler booby trap all his challenges? Because that would be cheating. If a puzzle can't be solved, it's not a puzzle, it's a death trap. And Riddler doesn't do death traps, he just does really complicated puzzles that can kill you. Hey, Rock Relic, thanks for the good luck.
Good evening, residents of Joker Asylum. Some of our crazy, I guess, have crashed the party early. And when I say crazy, I mean real psycho.
Cheats all the time. I mean, yeah, but he's got to at least pretend to have principles. If every single trophy had a bomb in it, then, like, that'd be pretty, you know. I mean, I don't know about outside of these games, but in one of the interview tapes in here, he mentions that, like, if the citizens of Gotham were smarter, my games would just be amusing diversions. And then it's Dr. Young that calls them death traps. Let's create a fair puzzle that Batman can't beat. Exactly.
Well, today you're lucky to just sign up for my Titan program, and I, Joker, Lord of Arkham Asylum, will deliver. Never again be embarrassed to fight vigilantes. No longer have trouble opening cabs. And no one then.
He hires people.
I should pick up Harley Quinn's trail. Can't waste any time in finding the Titan production plant.
Oops, excuse me.
You are beginning to impress me, Batman.
Like all the informants in City and Knight are people he paid to place stuff. Arkham Asylum randomizer, except it makes so every Riddler trophy has a random chance to have a pipe bomb in it. That's hilarious. Can you dupe Riddler maps? I don't know. I think I've tried it before and I couldn't, but I can't really remember. It doesn't really matter either way. Like, it wouldn't accomplish anything. You can dupe interview tapes, but you never want to.
Joker's men are all wearing the security clearance. I'll need to take out the operator.
Whoops, excuse me. It's always awkward when you get one of those. It tries to read the 6th interview tape in the set, and the 6th interview tape doesn't exist, so it's like an out of memory exception or something. Not out of memory, out of I forget what the term is, but it's array access outside of the array, something along those lines.
I should pick up Harley's trail again so I can find it.
So bad at timing that crit. Perfect. Thank you. Ow. Yeah, that's always really cool. You can probably avoid that by like doing a manual scan before every run or something, but that's kind of stupid. Now that was a good Titan fight.
Oracle. I'm going to need something to get over this ravine.
If that guy was 2 inches to the left, this thing would have, oh shit. This thing would have like just went right into him. Am I gonna gold this? Falling off the platform skips a little animation with Batman tapping on his arm. I've been worse.
One was hitting so well, it was...
That's crazy, because that gold was already really good.
Now I can find items.
Patient interview, Pamela Lillian Isley, November 14th, 10:21 a.m. Hello, Pamela. I'd like to go back to something you said in our last.
Excuse me. There we go.
You said your first offer to help Gotham was rejected. How can you possibly believe that? What do you mean? You released thousands of poisonous spores to Gotham, killed hundreds of people. How does that help anyone? I'm not interested in that.
Oracle.
Hey, Ben! What the hell is that?
Getting our upgrades, man. Joker said we'd be more powerful than the Bat.
He's got the formula. Just gotta wait our turn.
I want him dead! I won't let him hurt my babies again!
I can't believe that poor little eyes crying in an arm.
I mean, half those guys have probably never even seen Batman before in their life, so kind of checks out to me.
That pod appears to contain similar spores to the ones Ivy used to attack Gotham last year. They're deadly.
This is kind of a tricky setup. Cool. Visual cue. It's I line up Batman relative to the wall, and then I step back and then step forward until he like drops vertically, and that seems to be fairly consistent. There's probably a better way to set it up, but that works for me.
8th patient, session 2. Patient name, Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc.
Batman, can you hear me? Have you found Croc's lair yet?
I'm close to Croc.
This is weird.
These floating platforms will support me, but will also send sound waves through the water, giving away my position to Croc. I'll need to move as slowly as possible.
Yeah. It's like she knows. Except she's asking where I am, so she doesn't know. Or she's just pretending to be stupid. It's hard to tell. Really could go either way.
These spores don't contain enough of the antivenom mold. I'm going to need to find more.
I'm not doing the zip. I've had nothing but problems with it lately. I don't know why I line launched there. That was not a good plan. Pro tip, don't do that. Okay. Sure, let's just make this even weirder. Oh, that was close. Oh my god. Let's make Croc more scary by just narrowly almost fucking up everything. Trust you.
I've got enough spores. I need to get back to the Batcave and formulate the antidote.
Does she?
Activated a sonar beacon down there.
She calls you to tell you your, like, vitals are dropping because you're about to die.
What about Croc?
He won't be a problem.
The weird thing about that Oracle dialogue, though, like the one for Have You Found Croc's Lair Yet, is it only happens if you, like, either go the wrong way to Croc's Lair or, like, if you leave and come back. Take some time loss here. That's okay. It only happens if you try to detonate it early.
Scan and open.
Because the game doesn't want you to, like, screw yourself over. Like blowing it up way before you're supposed to.
I've seen worse.
1 frame gold. Although I guess it wouldn't screw you over. I don't know why he doesn't let you blow it up before he gets there. It's kind of weird when you think about it. Yep, definitely, for sure. No other possible explanation. See the giant on ground stop. Yeah, problem solved. Then you just leave. See, jump over. Does that guy look like he can jump? I mean, I guess he jumps out of the water, but I feel like that's different. hits him in a batarang and he falls. Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, okay. Whoops. Yeah, that was like 8 years ago. Like 8 years before this game, I mean. Or something like that. He's probably got a bad knee now.
How did you find that one?
Oracle, we've got another problem.
What now? Two-Face? Riddler? Some kind of giant Joker robot?
Unfortunately, nothing that simple. I'm at the main sewer junction, and it appears to be polluted with Titan. Why? What's he doing now?
I'll look into it.
Can you hear me? He's here!
Hang on. I'll get that one on the way out. Alright, this room is kind of scary. Oh, that's rude. Shit. I gotta play this safe.
I said I wanted to back up. If no one listened, it's like you don't want an outbreak of type enhanced mutant babies climbing over Gotham.
Every time.
I took a walk around my island. I passed by the penitentiary and felt nauseous.
Come on. You can do it. There we go.
I looked out over the Gotham Bay, and in the distance I saw lights. No doubt boats bringing more filthy degenerates to the mud.
That's the first one.
Ugh, dang it.
What? You let him get away with it? Do I look like
He's making you look stupid.
is not why I put you down there. He's trying to shut down the power. Do not let him.
Alright.
I argued with the latest group of young, eager doctors. They bored me.
Oh no, 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 no. Come on. Don't be stuck. Okay, whew, that was close.
Only one.
Right.
I offered her the chance to explore.
It's been like 2 months, maybe more. I forget.
We'll make a good team.
Oh, that was scary. Okay. Fortunately, we did lose a lot of time, but I still have some breathing room. Sort of.
Ivy's getting stronger.
Not like a lot, though.
This island belongs to me now.
Live action Croc. In the 2016 Suicide Squad movie. I think that's it. I don't think he was in Gotham. Okay. Got a little bit of breathing room until Ivy. And then Ivy's kind of scary, and then we get a lot of breathing room until Gargoyle Titans, in which point we have no breathing room. Yeah, there's not much I want to remember from that movie. But unfortunately, I do remember.
Hi, diddle diddle.
Patient interview 44. Yet another interview.
Yeah, he was okay. Pretty much everything was like okay at best, honestly.
Whichever one it is, just thinking it was coming is both irritating and exhausting.
Hello, Miss Young. You look tired. Anything you need my help?
No, thank you, Edward. I'm here to help you. We all are.
Forgive my arrogance, Doctor, but if you think I need your help, well, you're in the right place.
Let's
Hey, when you're exploring and Riddler randomly talks. Yeah, I mean, I guess they had to have something going on while you're backtracking through all this garbage.
And if the citizens of Gotham were smarter, my games would be merely an amusing...
The worst is when he interrupts the interview tapes, though. It's like you're trying to listen to something and then he just taunts you. What the fuck is that all about?
Useless. But don't worry, I'm sure you would survive. What a lovely photo on your desk, Doctor. Your family.
It's the Enigma Show!
Let's discuss your obsession with Batman.
Yeah, I'm like honestly so done with Harley Quinn.
You know who he is?
More important, I know what.
Just in general.
It's obvious. The mask, the weapons, the scare tactics.
Just I've seen enough.
Joker and Two-Face. Or myself.
Most people consider him a hero.
Most people are idiots. They can't see Batman for the villain he is. Riddle me this. How did he get his car and his gadgets? I mean, with money stolen from the criminals he defeats. Why does Gordon turn a blind eye to his antics? Batman
Would it be possible to 100% the game on a new game minus save file? Why wouldn't it be possible?
What's up, Gotham? No sane, law-abiding man does those things. No, that's selfless. Batman is as violent as Gotham.
Security! Security!
So-called super criminals.
Welcome to Arkham Asylum. Our staff are here to help you. When Amadeus Arkham built this fine institution, you would have believed it would be the premier psychiatric evaluation and rehabilitation center it has become. Everyone knows the stories of the various so-called super criminals who've been treated here.
What? You found that one too? Preposterous.
Welcome to Arkham Asylum. Our staff are here to help you. When Amadeus Arkham built this fine...
Hey, Blackout. Thanks for the good luck.
...the premier psychiatric evaluation and rehabilitation center it has become. Everyone knows the stories of the various so-called super criminals who've been treated here, but that is only half the story.
Yeah, I saw that. Glad to see it.
Normal but troubled individuals are
The Gotham police dragged a new patient to the island. They said he was responsible for the disappearance of hundreds of the city's vagrants. As I looked at his disgusting body, all scales and teeth, my mind ran free, dreaming of delicious punishments.
Yeah, Birds of Prey was exactly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Poking, examining, but only I knew what would cure him, once and for all.
That was a movie I didn't even bother to see in theaters, and I usually will watch any Marvel or DC movie in theaters. And that I was just like, nah.
The beast was too strong. His animal savagery nearly cost me my life. I took my
No, I don't really watch horror movies.
I've seen worse.
In general. There we go. That's actually a pretty good medical split. Although it should be like 15 seconds better than world record with the strats I have, but whatever. It's at least a decent point of comparison. Saw isn't really horror? Okay, well, I don't watch that kind of movie. Whether it's technically horror or not is not really the point.
Oh well, I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. Wait.
What's on Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Great movie. Absolutely worth watching.
Oh, something about it. Right. The rest. You know Joker.
What do you think you can do, Batman? I am everywhere. My baby's running every move. You and your kind are arrogant enough to think you can destroy us. You will fail, and we will become the most powerful force on the planet. You will pay, Batman, for hurting my babies.
Oh, God. She had us up going on about the plan.
Ow.
Batman, I'll be coming after you.
Take patient interview 17.
Yeah. We don't need to talk too much about specific details of the movie. A lot of people probably still haven't seen it. Oh shit. That's okay.
Do you like what I've done with the place? My babies are growing, Batman. Come and see.
Every day I found...
What? You're nearly done. You were cheating, looking them up on the internet. Tell me.
More food for my plants. What's keeping you, Batman? No.
Safe. It's not a specific time frame. It's just about being mindful of the fact that not everyone has seen every movie that exists.
Batman.
But I guess that's too complicated for some people, so I'm just gonna say...
My plans will carry you and your precious...
Definitely not before the home video release. I have to put a specific time frame on it. But I mean, in general, it's just best to not bring up specific details if it's not, like, super important to the conversation, because you just usually don't have to anyway. So really the rule should be, if you're not sure, the answer is just don't. I don't know why so many people are praising it. Yeah. I mean, the movie's coming out soon. We'll find out soon enough. I'm gonna watch it myself without reading any reviews or anything. I feel like if anything, it'll be more upsetting. But we'll see what happens.
Save me from the evil bat.
Honestly, I don't really know why anyone cares about the FNAF movie, to be completely honest with you. Like, I know there's an audience for that thing, but I don't get it. Five Nights at Freddy's. A horror game that like started a really long time ago and is apparently a huge franchise now. Somehow. I mean, they gotta milk Batman for everything it's worth, don't they? That's what I would do if I was a toy manufacturer. It's like, you tell me there's like 80 different variations of the suit I can make a toy of? Hell yeah.
That was one of the more taxing ones.
Yeah, I mean, people just love their billionaire superheroes. You know how it is.
They say that every play will be more interesting. When Private Titan is operational, Joker will be perfect. Good afternoon. These are the private notes of Dr. Young. I just keep a success.
Hey, One Red, thanks for the good luck.
Joker has also shown a remarkable interest in the possibility of a cure. Once the protein bonding process is finalized.
Well, yeah, of course. Like, they have things to choose from, but they wouldn't make that many toys if people didn't buy them. You know?
You'll hurt my feelings, Doc.
There's supposed to be a whole bunch of stuff with the CW that was never actually going to happen.
You sure?
We're fine. I'm the Joker.
There's always a million things that fall through for whatever reason. It's just how it is. Especially with TV, but it happens with film too.
That's right. Yes, I must say.
Hopefully one of those hits. Did it hit? Did it hit? Okay, it did. Cool.
Let's talk more about your Titan project.
My what?
I want to know you have exactly what England makes me while you up and dry. What you believe a lucky guess.
Canceled work. Rip. Actually, a lot of shows on the CW did end properly rather than being canceled. But a lot of things do get canceled. I don't know if they're above average compared to other networks, though. Yeah, that happened. They decided it was worth more as a tax write-off than a finished product. Doesn't happen very often at that scale, but evidently it does happen.
You're cheating. You must be.
dialogue was going to happen at an awkward time, so I had to skip it. Yeah, cautiously optimistic is the right place to be. There's still Gargoyle Titans. After all the backtracking and stuff, there's still Gargoyle Titans, so nothing is sure.
I've seen worse.
Cool. It's impressive that was a gold, considering I had to like back something up.
My map will help you, Batman.
I had a sudden pang of conscience. I sought counsel from my priest on the choices I had made. I asked him if it was a sin to kill in order to save a life. The holy man said all life was sacred, but a judgment would not be upon my soul if I acted to...
Patient interview number 1.
So, I'm up first. Did I just...
I mean, I don't even look at the tracker that much, honestly.
I'll try to
I only look at it to see if I missed something. By which point it's usually too late.
You're good. How did you figure me out, Doc? I've had practice poking around in here for years, and no one was as astute. And if you don't mind my saying, beautiful as you.
Really? Ah, you're just playing with me.
Well, you never know. Unless...
Unless what? Tell me.
Ugh, gross. Kinda get why Pepsi tries to aim the line launches. You would certainly hope so. I hope it's more than 80% actually. That's kinda low. At world record level, you need a lot more than that memorized. I mean, if you actually give it a try, you memorize it a lot faster than you'd think.
Care to tell me how these got in my office?
Simple, really. I put them there. Why? You don't like flowers?
I think the guards would be interested to know you've been at it yourself.
Oh, if you really were going to tell, you already would have.
How do you know I haven't already?
Oh, sweet. I like you. I really do. Even your name. You work in a minute yet.
Harley Quinn, like the clown. I know, I've heard it before.
It's a name that puts a smile on my face. It makes me think there's someone here I can relate to. Someone who might like to hear my secrets.
Really? Go on.
Not here, my dear. Too many ears and eyes. Come back tonight. I'll be ready for you.
Thank God. Okay. Wait, did I get the... I didn't get the Chronicle, did I? Did I do the exact same thing I did last time? I did. Fuck. So stupid. Okay, at least I'm not losing like 5 minutes from having to go get this later. I mean, it's just, I don't know, you get a weird take and you don't have time to redo it. It happens.
I watched in silence as he brought in the woman.
Now I get another chance to fuck this up.
Our venomous greed. The wanton creature no longer looked like a human being.
He's fine in most of them. It's just that the delivery of that one line is kind of awkward.
Suffer not a witch to live. Yet he is once again delivered this female atrocity to our care. Once I have dealt with the monster, I think it will be time to...
He's crazy, you know.
Who? Batman?
No, Santa Claus. Of course, Batman. Always Batman. I've seen it in his eyes. Stalkers. And dishonest. Hiding in his face for the Christ. Well, no masks for me. I got what you wanted. You did?
That's fair. The only reason we do in the speedrun is because it's faster to not, like, pause it.
So you ready to stop that evil, murdering bat once for all?
Of course I am. He needs to pay for what he's done to you.
Give it here then, quickly.
No. Oh, whoops. Forgot I can line launch here. Alright. Now I gotta lose some time to go hit some teeth that I didn't get earlier. Hopefully not too much. So we're kind of running low on breathing room here. Let's hit these first and then... Oh, it's right down here, actually. Cool. That's not that bad. This is annoying. These guys are gonna bother me. Alright.
Are you up to the challenge?
Just stay right there. Perfect. Damn it. Whoops. Okay.
I don't believe it. How did you work that one out?
Zips work differently at different frame rates, and they happen to be optimal at 30 FPS, so that is what we use.
Sitting in the darkness outside of his cell.
And that's like the main speed tech, so it's kind of important.
She looks scared. Maybe she knew what was happening. It's the bat!
Well, Origins is also 62, but for different reasons. Yeah, they've just been sitting here looking for the formula for like an hour and a half. Poor guys.
Stephen, how are you tonight? I'm conducting the session process. Of course. If that helps you cope, I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's talk about the event 3 weeks ago. What did you think you achieved?
Joker just forgot to tell them that they found the formula already, or whatever. I don't even know what happened. I don't know how Joker got the formula. They don't really, like, make that clear. It's a bit of a plot hole. There's, like, a couple different ways you could have figured it out, but the game just never actually tells you.
I'm afraid not. Interesting choice of words, Doctor. Tell me, what are you afraid of?
Yeah, but I don't know if he's, like, screwing around or if he actually is trying to figure it out. Yeah, maybe he does just solve it. Or random grades that lead nowhere. Yeah. Rocksteady got better at level design after this game. For sure.
His research appears to be the only motivating factor in his life. What is it about fear that drives your obsession? Fear drives everything, Stephen. Everything. Your life is governed by fear.
Yeah, that's true.
Fate is a product of that fear. Don't be ridiculous. You married your wife.
Maybe what he comes up with is actually nothing like Titan, and he just, like, stumbled across a different Venom-based Titan formula, or giant monster formula.
Doctor, you're scared of dying. Do I need to go on? No. I think that will be all for today. Dogs?
No, not what I had in mind. Thank you.
Today I have another interview with Craig. And I say I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't really know what the actual original intent from Dr. Young was, but also it was just commissioned by Joker in the first place anyway, so I don't know.
It was your session, but not anymore. Are you okay, Doc? I think.
Or supported by Joker, at least. I don't know.
Just questioning his grip on reality. You should be doing the same any second. And you? Wait, what are you doing? Help! I need help here! I can't breathe! Like I said, you're all under my experiment now.
Yeah, imagine what like the U.S. government would pay for super soldiers, for like legit super soldiers. It wouldn't even matter that they're like uncontrollable rage monsters. You just throw one at the enemy and bam, you win. Alright, this is not great, but it's fine, all things considered. Just gotta keep it together for a couple more splits, and then maybe we can PB. I mean, what does it even need a gun for? Have you seen the Titans?
I pity you trying to defeat my challengers.
Curse me for a fool. How could I not?
But yeah, in terms of like nearby soldiers and stuff, you just treat it like artillery. Give it a minimum safe distance.
And saw with my own eyes one of the doctors whispering. She looked at him through the transparent barrier with tenderness, with
sure is, folk.
Desire. My skin crawled with revulsion as she kissed the glass, fighting the urge to dash the woman's head through the glass.
Batman beat him up. Yeah, but he's Batman. A normal guy can't beat him up.
Clown might have shared secrets with her that would be useful once the mad dog has been executed. I'm sure the woman will reveal what she knows to me. If not willingly, then certainly...
If Batman can beat up like 100 well-trained soldiers, then I don't think well-trained soldiers could really fight a Titan.
A lobotomy.
Because even Batman kind of struggles to fight the Titans. They're rough.
But her lust has put the reputation of Arkham.
Although I guess the real trick to making the Titans good is to figure out why Joker was still like intelligent and not just a rage monster.
That is.
Because if you have that, then it's really overpowered.
In this regrettable matter. Yet again, I found myself watching him. No one can provide a cure. He laughed.
Gorilla Grodd versus Titan. Doesn't Gorilla Grodd have like psychic bullshit? I feel like he kind of would destroy everything.
And I was ready.
Sanity times insanity equals sanity. Good point, yeah. Yeah, so Grodd would just hijack the Titan and whoever set up the brawl. Where am I? Oh my gosh, I got kind of turned around there. Gross.
Isn't it?
Nope. God damn it. To take over. I don't think that's how that works.
Where is Dr. Kelly?
It does seem that you
I have no time for no games inside there. Return to the perfect the poor man could have died.
So,
he has a wife, a child.
As to the plans he travels on foot, the spores he breathes in and destroys have children. Why does he deserve anything more than them? You people ignore what is happening in front of your eyes.
I refuse to put the welfare of thoughts before the welfare of people.
And that is why you will lose. There's more happening than you think. It's all connected.
Yeah, don't get too excited though. Still plenty of things that can go wrong here. At this point, gotta just let the run happen. Yeah, this room sucks.
Do you give up?
I like the level design of playing through the main story for the most part. All the Riddler backtracking could have been done much better. Especially like the medical building. The medical building is pretty brutal. Yeah, this takes forever if you don't actually know what you're doing. Even if you know what you're doing, it's still kind of rough. It's not that I hate backtracking. I think you have to make the backtracking fun too. And if you don't do that, then it's not going to be fun to do backtracking. And you shouldn't have backtracking in your game. So like if you're gonna design your game around that, you gotta like own it and factor it into the... Trying to just collect trophies isn't a good reason to make somebody backtrack. Well, I mean, if you don't want to collect all this stuff, you can just not.
I told you how I will cleanse this city. And then, terror. I was paralyzed. I struggled. I screamed, but I was silent. The monster looked at me, expressionless. I'm
not gonna bother with the zip this time. It's not worth it. It's never worked lately.
A smile cracked across his horrible porcelain face. I heard the filth.
Hey, Dandiel. It's going pretty well, but we're at the kind of stressful part where we have no idea how it's gonna end. So we'll see what happens here.
It must have been Crane. Another one who doesn't deserve to live. Why do these people...
We're on a good pace, but the ending can really go any way here.
Joker, in particular, desired anarchy. And since his escape will no doubt wreak it upon my city, I feel this is the end for my diary. Joker will be recaptured. My story will be told. I am not afraid. If Arkham becomes my cell, then I will know I did my best. I will be remembered.
It's Canadian summer treating me. It's very hot. It gets hot here too. Contrary to the stereotypes and all that. Oh wow, this is a good split.
I've seen worse.
I have seen worse, that is true. Alright, even more pressure. Whoops. That's why it wasn't working. I was trying to equip the sequencer, but I was equipping nothing. Yeah. We get the worst of both. Isn't it great?
Pull the strings to release Bane.
We understand what everyone's talking about when they complain about the temperature, because we get everything.
I'm not doing the Joker.
That camera didn't faze me at all. I knew something was wrong, but it wasn't immediately obvious to me what was wrong. Even though it really should have been in retrospect. For a second there, I wasn't sure where that trophy was. careful to make sure I don't forget anything here. In theory, I could gold this split, but I never seem to actually be able to. So I'm probably going to lose some time here. And then Gargoyle Titans, I'm definitely losing some amount of time, but how much exactly is anybody's guess. Do people think of Arizona as cold? Oh, don't think of Arizona as cold. Gotcha. Now I get it. Yeah. I mean, it's like the opposite of Canada, where people don't think of us as hot, but in the summer it gets pretty brutal. No, there is a comma on your sentence. I just can't read. Don't forget the teeth here, because I often do, and it's embarrassing. Okay. What's 100 in Celsius again? Can never remember how the conversion works. 37? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Looking forward to running this on easy, where I can zip through this building instead of having to keep gargoyle storage through here. Just feels so slow to not zip through here anymore. Glitchless is going to mess me up even more because everything's going to feel slow.
I am the spirit of Amadeus past. Even though Amadeus had long since passed, his spirit lived on, surviving, moving through the...
Yeah, in retrospect, starting with hard was probably not a good idea. Because the only thing about hard, just glitchless in general, like 100% glitchless or no major skips or whatever I end up running. Yeah, the thing about hard in these games is all it means is that you reset more often. So learning 100% and hard 100% at the same time was probably not the right idea. I thought it'd make sense to like retain my muscle memory from 90%, but in retrospect, I don't think it was worth it. But I'm like this deep in this category now that I should just keep doing it.
I implore you, continue my work. This city deserves a savior. Continue my work.
But yeah, lesson learned. Learn the category on easy, and then do hard after. That's my pro tip on speedrunning. At least speedrunning this game. NG Plus is its own whole calculation and is usually like a drastically different category. I just mean for like really just this game.
Riddler has been in isolation since the attack on the guard last week. As I wait for him to be brought up to me, I have had time to review view is known, and increasingly worried cannot be cured. No evidence of deep down.
It'll always be funny that they really think they can just like cure a serial killer.
Are you okay?
What's happening?
It's Zaz. He broke out of isolation. He's gone.
Oh, God.
Oh shit. Ah, damn it. Well, hang on.
Of course. But someone needs to alert the authorities. They'll need to kill us.
Okay, well, there we go. Now we're done.
Oh no. He's gone after Dr. Cassidy. Hello? Sarah is dressing. Sarah! Do not answer the door. Can you hear me? Do not answer.
Alright, time for the scary part.
He's free.
Or funny part, apparently, depending on who you ask. Okay, 3-second time loss for that is not bad. Stay focused, stay calm. Don't freak out if things go wrong. You've got some room to work with. This can go wrong if it needs to, and you can still PB. Damn it, come on. Fuck. No! Alright, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. That's less fine.
This'll hurt.
This is not fine. I really need you to move. Both of you. Any of you, just do something, please. Alright, fine. Just gonna YOLO it. Okay, that's one. That's one. Need them to move before I line launch. I need you to come back. I need you to get closer again. Nope, not the plan. I have to go for it. Okay, I think that counted. Okay, we can PB. World records off the table, but that's okay. That's okay, that's okay.
Get ready to tango! I'll rip you apart for all Gotham.
Stay focused, stay calm, stick to the plan. Don't freak out if something goes wrong.
Excuse me, Bat.
That's not a new strat. That's been a strat for like years. It's just not a lot of people run the categories where it's useful.
was that round?
I'm not doing mouse wheel.
Get off! Can I get out of this? Give me a dead shot, bats. You'll lose, and everyone will see. I'm out, bats. My give them a kicking for me, boys. Look out! Is that Jack Ryan's top price? You'll die for this bat! Bring it on! Think you can beat me? Don't make me laugh. Back in a second. Bats. Come in, boys. Knock him about a bit. I'm gonna sit you.
Damn it.
I think it's a unanimous decision. I am the greatest.
Don't call it too soon. The game could still crash.
How exciting! This won't stop me.
All right. That's closer. That's much closer. Whew. I am okay with this run being 16 seconds off world record.
Take anything you throw at me, bats. You can't beat me. I'm actually going to win. Ready for the next round? Always. What? I'll never.
I can improve this for sure, so easily. And now I won't have to compete against the perfect Gargoyle Titans. So that takes a lot of pressure off the end game. All right. Thank you all for the GGs.